What if I told you your arm just did 1 billion tiny power strokes in 1 second? Stay with me, because in the next minutes you'll finally see how your muscles pull your bones like tiny living machines. By the end of this video, you'll understand step by step how a simple muscle fiber contracts, grabs a bone, and makes it move. No jargon, just clear images and a story your brain will never forget. Picture this: you reach for a glass, you don't think, your arm just moves. But inside, millions of tiny units line up and pull together in perfect sync. Let's zoom from whole arm to the tiniest contractile parts. First, the big picture. Muscles move bones because they can only do one thing: pull. They attach to bones like stretchy ropes. When they shorten, the bones rotate around a joint, just like a door on its hinge. Look at one muscle as a bundle of cables. Each cable is a muscle fiber. When all these fibers shorten together, the whole muscle bulges. But what makes one single fiber shorter? Time to dive inside one fiber. Inside each fiber are myofibrils, lined with repeating little contractile units called sarcomeres. Think of them as many tiny springs in a row. When every spring shortens slightly, the whole fiber gets much shorter. A sarcomere has two main filament teams: thick myosin in the center and thin actin at the sides. When they slide past each other, the sarcomere shortens. No squashing, just sliding like two combs interlocking. But who does the actual pulling? Tiny heads on myosin filaments act like microscopic oars. They grab actin, pull, let go, and repeat. Millions of these mini pulls together create a strong, smooth contraction. To start this, your brain sends an electrical signal down a motor neuron to the muscle. The signal jumps across a tiny gap, telling the muscle fiber, "Time to contract." This electrical wave races along the fiber's surface. That signal dives deep inside through T-tubules, like tunnels in the fiber's surface. Inside, it reaches calcium stores. When they open, calcium floods the area around actin and myosin, like a green light for contraction. Calcium sticks to a protein on actin, shifting a blocking strand aside. Suddenly, myosin heads can reach their actin partners. It's like opening a gate so all the tiny hooks can finally grab the rope and start pulling. Now comes the power stroke. Each myosin head grabs actin, bends, and pulls it toward the center of the sarcomere. Then it lets go, resets, and grabs again. Grab, pull, release, reset endlessly as long as calcium is present. To detach, the myosin head needs ATP, the cell's energy coin. ATP binds, the head lets go, then breaks ATP to reset. Without ATP, the head would stay locked. That's why energy is crucial for every single tiny pull. When many myosin heads cycle fast, actin slides smoothly over myosin. The sarcomere shortens. Importantly, filaments don't shrink. They just overlap more, like sliding fingers of two hands deeper together. All along the fiber, thousands of sarcomeres shorten at once. This turns a long, relaxed fiber into a shorter, thicker one. The whole fiber tugs on its tendon ends like a team of rowers pulling one boat rope. Those tendons firmly anchor to bone. When the muscle pulls the tendon pulls the bone. Because bones are connected at joints, that pull makes a rotation, lifting or bending the limb in a precise arc. Here's the key. Muscles usually work in pairs. One contracts to bend, the opposite one contracts to straighten. While your biceps pulls to flex the elbow, your triceps relaxes, then swaps roles when you extend. Your brain doesn't think, "Move myosin." It simply sends graded signals. Strong, frequent impulses for powerful contraction, weaker, spaced out ones for gentle motion. The more fibers recruited, the stronger the pull on the bone. Even when you hold still, tiny groups of fibers take turns contracting. This constant, low-level activity keeps your posture and joints stable. Bones stay aligned because muscles share the load, never tiring all at once. When the signal stops, calcium is pumped back into storage. With less calcium, actin's binding sites are covered again. Myosin can't grab, so filaments slide back, and the sarcomere relaxes to its original length. Zoom out. All fibers in the muscle relax, the muscle lengthens, tension on the tendon drops, and the bone returns under gravity or the pull of an opposing muscle. Motion ends smoothly, never as a snap. Training can add more myofibrils inside each fiber, giving more sarcomeres in parallel. More sarcomeres mean more myosin heads pulling at once, so the same muscle can produce a stronger tug on the same bone. Different muscle types also change how bones move. Some fibers are built for quick, strong pulls, others for slow, steady work. Your body mixes them to let you sprint, walk, or stand, just by changing how they are activated. Now think of every step you take. For each one, countless sarcomeres in your leg muscles shorten in sequence, pulling on tendons, rotating bones at hip, knee, and ankle. Complex movement built from simple sliding actions. Even breathing uses this same process. Your diaphragm, a broad muscle under the lungs, contracts, pulling your lower ribs and expanding your chest. Same myosin heads, same sliding filaments, just on a grander scale. So muscles don't push bones, they only pull. Joints, bone shapes, and muscle placements decide which direction that pull turns into motion. Your skeleton is the frame. Your muscles are all the winches and ropes. From the outside, a movement looks continuous. Inside, it's countless tiny on-off cycles of myosin heads. This microscopic digital world adds up to the smooth analog motions you use to write, wave, or pick up a cup. Now that you know what's happening inside, every flex becomes more impressive. Your bones move only because microscopic engines are rowing non-stop beneath your skin, perfectly timed and incredibly reliable. Next time you climb stairs or open a door, remember, it's not magic, it's myosin. Tiny heads grabbing, pulling, and letting go in a precise dance that turns chemical energy into motion of solid bone every second of your life. If you found this breakdown helpful, imagine what else your body is secretly doing right now. Hit subscribe if you want more clear visual journeys inside everyday science, and tell your muscles, job well done today.